Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup howie. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter. And today, we're going to be trying out the Glamlite Hershey's palette. Yes, I caved and I bought it, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. So, I had mentioned before that I thought this palette was really pretty and got a couple of comments publicly and privately that were like, you should try this palette out, and so I caved when I was having a bad day and went ahead and ordered it. Now this is what the eyeshadow like color story looks like. It's so pretty. And then let me get some swatches here for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and insert some swatches here so that you can see what those swatches look like. And I love how they gave you some kind of like softer cool tone neutrals with like a kind of grungy bronze shade to work with. And then everything else is like kind of denim-y blues rather than royal blues. I feel like that helps it separate from the other blue palettes that they've released recently. Like the Frosted Flakes palette is definitely a little bit more of like a royal blue kind of color story. As you can see, I did already go ahead and put my foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, highlighter on, and I have primed my eyes with the NYX Pigment Primer. It's discontinued, but it's my absolute favorite primer. So I do still use it sometimes when I'm filming, and now I think we're ready to go in with the palette. So I think the first shade I'm going to go into is this kind of like denim-y blue-gray, and then I think I may fade it into that shade as well. The blues are definitely what intrigued me about this palette, of course. Because you guys know I'm not a big like neutrals person, although I'm trying. This palette also kind of reminds me of that Scott Barnes like cool tone palette that he did. And I feel like it got retired not too long ago. I don't recall the name of it. I've never purchased anything from Scott Barnes. But it kind of has that same like bruisey, denim-y, blue-gray quality to it. All right, and then next, like I said, I think I'm gonna go in with this like deeper denim-y blue here and then blend that into the black. Wow, these are super soft shades. Even just like one little tap in the pan and there's so much product that's coming up. So if you do not like that kind of like formula, you probably will not be a huge fan of these. And then I'm gonna go into the black shade, of course, and tap that into the outer corner. So we're looking kind of something like that. And then I want to go in with the blues. So I think the blues that I'm going to use are this one and maybe some of that one, just to get a lot of like shine here. All right, and I'm going in with that denim silver blue shade first. Oh, mama, that's pretty. And then I'm gonna go into that like sparkly black shade. Okay, so I do want to go ahead and do the inner corners, and I'm debating between the blue and the like silvery gold shade, because I feel like the blue is the most expected, but the gold might be really pretty as well. I think I might do the gold. I never do gold. That. I do think that that gives a lot of light into the inner corner. Let's go ahead. I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line again using these two shades here, and then maybe a little bit of the black. And then I think I'm going to use this metallic on the inner third of my lash line. Okay, and it looks something like this. I'm gonna put on my lashes and, sorry, my mascara and my eyeliner, and then I will be right back. Okay, and this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I actually think it came out really nicely. I love that this is kind of like a more smoky, denim-y blue-gray rather than a pure blue palette. I think that was a really smart move on their part. And I love that they decided to do something that wasn't just neutrals, because I think they have plenty of just neutral palettes at this point, that this is a little bit more interesting. Now, obviously, I've kind of only played with these 7 shades here. I haven't played with, well, in this one, so I haven't played with these 4, but I'm hoping to be able to do that over the next couple of days so that at the end of the month I can come back and kind of give you my final thoughts. As of right now, I will tell you, while I step on stuff, I will tell you that I think that the actual quality of the pigments is very nice. I think they're very easy to blend, which I really appreciate. The Glamlite sparkly metallic formula, of course, I love. Very buttery, easy to pick up with your fingers. A little harder to pick up with a brush if that's your preferred method, but this palette does seem to work with brushes. I tried 2 different brushes while I was doing this particular eye look. There is a ton of kick up. I don't know if you guys can see, in swatching the palette once and using the palette once, I already have almost completely obliterated the name Hershey in a lot of the pans. So I definitely think there's a lot of kick up. All right. So in terms of this palette, I do think it's worth the money. It's not a super expensive palette to begin with, but you know Glamlite, oh my gosh, why can't I say their name? You know Glamlite always has good sales, so you just have to wait for like a 20 or 30% off if you'd rather pay, you know, kind of a cheaper price point. But I think even at full price, this is still a really decent palette, at least based on my first impressions. Now with that said, that is everything for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you on my next one.